super fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? Roll a nat 20 for intrigue. Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Hey everybody, I'm John Hartness, and I'm playing the role of Fendingo, the not standing in a pool of acid. Because I'm not just prettier than everyone else in the party, I'm also smarter and slower. In real life, I write multiple series, including Bubba the Monster Hunter, the Black Knight Chronicles, and the Quincy Harker Demon Hunter series, and I am the founder and publisher of Falstaff Books. So get out there and buy something.
Hello, my name's Joseph Brassie. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad books, and my novel Skyfarer and Dragon Road can be found from Angry Robot Books and everywhere books are sold. And I am the author of non-existent titles such as Wonderwank, the story of penises with wings.
So this is what it's like when I bring on an NPC everyone hates.
Don't know what came over me.
I guess I gotta go now. Anyway, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play Silas Kane, and I'm currently sitting here chewing on a mouthful of wine gums because Steve introduced me to these damn things. Still not as good as Swedish Fish, but damn close. In real life, I write several things, including newest audiobooks that are out, Kraken Hunters, and Sins of the Past with co-author Ari Carr. Go out and check that shit out while I continue to eat wine gums.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures.
Hi there, I'm Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Fymaster, although potentially not for much longer. It's not looking good in the old acid pits. In real life, I write the Doomsayer Journeys with Falstaff Books and other books as well. Check me out on the internet.
Hey everybody, I am Drew Hayes, the steward of this shit plane, the dungeon master, the author of books such as Superpowers, Fred the Vampire Accountant, and 5 Minute Sherlock. And before we go into where our adventurers were last time, I gotta throw it back to John Hartness, who has a real special topic to bring up.
Does it hurt when you pee? No, wait, sorry. Wrong special topic. That's for SideQuest. Yeah, we're having another convention. It's going to be in Charlotte, and it's going to be fucking hell sometime in August. I don't remember, like the 18th or something. But here's what you need to do. You need to go to authorsanddragons.com, click on the little Authors and Dragons Con link, and go ahead and reserve your hotel room, because the link for the group rate is up, it is live, and that is how we don't get sued into oblivion by the host hotel. So get out there and reserve a shitload of hotel rooms, because that's how conventions works, folks.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't have to come to the convention to reserve and pay for a hotel room. If you just want to have the knowledge that a hotel room in Charlotte is yours for a weekend, you know what? That's valid too. But still use the code.
Yeah, they have a pool.
Yeah.
They do have a pool. And there's lots of
You don't even have to go. You can just
right
brag
there.
to your friends. Yeah, I've got a little place in Charlotte for the weekends.
Yeah. Although, don't go in the lake. There are leeches. Don't ask how I know this.
Alcohol. But speaking of taking an unwanted dip, thanks, John, that brings us back to the adventure where our party recently has had the misfortune of taking a tumble into a big old oozing pool of acid because, well, somebody hit a magical barrier and they got pushed back.
Ah,
You're
all
welcome.
right. Not too recently, because I was wondering myself why there's a perfectly good platform here to stand on, and four of us are standing in acid instead.
It's washing away our sins caustically.
Yes, you have all been knocked into the acid, which is where you will all be starting your turns. Speaking of, Bjorg, I'm afraid we have to start your round with acid damage, and then you can try to escape.
Okay.
6.
6. All right, let me just adjust that.
All right, you may make a hang on. Now I'm questioning myself. I was about to say
Sure.
escape artist, but suddenly I'm like, wait, is that am I doing the thing where that's the wrong system again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, it definitely
Yep, I
is.
don't think-
Okay, you can make a raw strength check, or that's got to be athletics. I think that's athletics. So if you've
All
got athletics trained, then you can use it. If not, it's just raw strength.
Okay, Bjorg will attempt to athletics this to pull himself out.
That's a DC 14.
That is a 26.
You successfully can pull yourself back onto the platform.
All right, Bjorg is pulling himself back onto the platform, and do I get to do anything else, or is that just...
Technically, that was
that's
your
some-
action. You've
Okay.
only burned 5 feet. Well, we'll say 10 feet because it's double to move out of the goo. But so you've still got your movement minus 10 feet. So just
Okay,
pull yourself
well,
to here. There you go.
Yeah, he's going to move to, try and pull others out. I don't think he can actually pull anyone else out this turn, though.
You cannot. You have used your action.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go, so we'll just stay put.
All right. Fendingo. Roll me a perception, and then we'll see if there's a follow-up based on how well that goes.
That's a 22 percepting.
All right. Throw me a intelligence check.
Acid. Bad.
15. Well, that's a save, but 15.
All right. So with a 15, you are able to clock that the magical barrier very clearly emitted a pulse that knocked everyone back and seemed to hurt them some, sending them into the ooze. You find it curious that everyone has been touching and walking through and interacting with this barrier for a while without any incident. But with a 15, you have the kernels of suspicion that something was different, but you don't quite have enough to put it together on my end. What you can do is up to you.
Yeah, I can barely remember what day it is, so sure as hell can't remember what happened right before they all got flung into the acid.
Oh, I will tell you, I mean, you got a 22 perception, so you definitely just saw Silas jam an arrow against the barrier.
Okay, so we probably shouldn't try to shoot arrows into it anymore. All right.
Or maybe we should try to shoot more arrows into it.
You just sit there and drink your acid like a good little paladin. Do I know about the spikes in the floor?
Yes. The ones that are visible have deployed, and so they're kind of dust and settled. You know they're there. They're not that apparent, but you know they are there.
Okay. So I'm going to try to walk around the ones that I know exist. How does jumping work? If I get a 10-foot running start, I can jump my strength?
Yeah, your strength score.
Okay. I'm going to move past the rightmost section of places where I know there are spikes, and then I want to look at the floor right ahead of me to see if I think there are spikes there.
Perception.
14.
Nope. You don't see any signs of spikes on this path.
All right. Then I got like 5 feet of movement left, so I'll take a step forward.
All right. Give me a dex save.
15.
All right. You make the dex save for half. So you will take half of this. So half of 9 is 4 under D&D rules. I know math nerds. I know. And then you are slowed for 2 rounds. So you'll be moving at half speed.
Yay. All right, well, that's a lot of perceptions and getting stuck in the foot, so that's probably my turn.
Yep. Which brings us to Klaus. Speaking of Klaus, you take 9 acid damage
God damn.
as you start your turn in the boiling goo.
All right, I would like to climb Bjorg.
You may make a strength or escape artist check.
Oh, nice.
Klaus.
Oh, wait.
If you have not escape artist, sorry, athletics.
Right.
That doesn't exist anymore. Athletics, if you have it trained. If not, it would just be raw strength. So do that. But because Bjorg is there and trying to help, I will say you can have advantage.
Yay. All right, here comes athletics. All right, now, all right, so it's raw strength. I've got an athletics not trained, but it's at 0. So, yeah, I'll just roll the strength.
It's a DC of 14, FYI.
5. Oh, no, advantage. 16.
Ooh, that's a good time to have
Yeah.
advantage. As Bjorg, you were hunkered over, and Klaus tries to pull himself out and gets sucked back in, but you having a hand out gives him something to grab, and with that second pull, he's a lot sturdier and more motivated, and he comes out with a pop, and we'll say you both are moved back to here.
That's just an uncomfortable sentence. Comes out with
Not
a
it.
pop.
Not if you're Klaus.
Ugh.
Now, people have moved into this barrier thing, yes?
Yes, they have walked and stood freely, trying to get the shard. Every interaction with it has proven it to be intangible up until Silas did something.
All right, well, I would like to use my movement action to non-aggressively move into the space to my right.
Sure. Are you trying to help Brandon up?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of Brandon Thighmaster, you take 10 damage.
Brandon is dead.
Wait, what?
I took acid damage trying to help Klaus, and I took acid damage when I fell in the acid. And that acid damage has now killed me.
All right. So, Steve, you are at -8, I believe.
That's correct.
All right.
Was it possible that he could have been reaching for me when he died?
I mean, he can have his arms out. You guys will have the ability to reach in and try and pull him out on your turns.
Okay.
But for his turn, we're just gonna start and say that happened. But since it happened on this turn, I'm gonna say we won't do your first death saving throw until the next one.
Good to know.
So,
Oh man, this is just like Salty Bastards last time.
you see Brandon try to, dexterously dive forward, and just all of the acid, he just passes out mid reach and collapses onto the goo. All right, Silas.
Well, for those of you mourning, I would just like to point out that it is written in the one true book of Tor, excuse me, that acid only burns those whose skin is made of sin or flesh.
Oh, that reminds me. 4 acid damage.
Glorious! I'm going to be a little more proactive here. I think my arrow hurt it. So I'm going to draw out my bow as I'm standing in the acid and enjoying the feel of my legs being eaten away beneath me.
Oh my God.
Fire 2 arrows into it, with one of them with a divine smite, in the hopes of killing the barrier.
Oh my God.
It's going to be disadvantage, right? I mean, you're trying to shoot while literally swimming in goo. It's going to be a tough one.
I put my faith in the gods, not in the dice.
All right.
First one, nat 1.
Natural 1. Oh
Fantastic.
boy. Roll me a d20.
Thank God.
8.
Okay.
This is how we die. This is how we get TPK.
Come on, Big T. 22.
Well,
Oh, shit.
the good news is you didn't hurt yourself on that first one, but the bad news is you definitely acid eroded your arrow and bowstring. So as you pull back on your second one to pull it, you just pull back and you hear a snap. And now you're just holding an arrow and a bow, but with nothing strung.
Well,
You mean a stick?
Yes.
Klaus is starting to believe.
Obviously, this bowstring was comprised entirely of sin.
That is the most merciful thing your god has done since we started this podcast.
Well, I still have a move action. Can I simply try moving out of the acid?
No, breaking out is an action. You can move around in the acid.
Okay, well, how...
If ever a motherfucker was going to do a backstroke, it'd be Silas Kane.
Let's just see how many spell slots I have.
FYI, it is half speed while you're in the goo, though.
That's fine. That's okay.
I heard Torag's dick is at the bottom of this place.
I still have a bonus action, and I have a spell slot to cast Misty Step to put me here.
Okie dokie. Your spell works without issue.
Alrighty.
And for the audio listeners at home, here is right next to Klaus in the barrier.
Yes. All right, Bjornsson.
Bjorg will move forward, and if I'm kitty corner right here, can I pull Silas? Can I pull Brandon out of the goop?
Yes, you may make a strength check to attempt to free Brandon, and we'll say it's the same as the same as the attempt to get out. It's a 14 strength to try and yank him free.
Okay, that's a natural 20.
Oh my God! Yeah, you
Just ripped his fucking arms off.
You see him in there, you're like, no! And you just reach in and...
Out, Brandon! Acid is bad for you! Stop drinking that!
You pull him out so hard that you whip his body and, like, spray all of the excess ooze off, so he is just completely rid of it.
You picked him up by his ear and you shook him dry like a puppy.
Damn it, stop dying!
Is that how you dry puppies?
Maybe.
I mean, I don't have a dog, so sure.
Just giving the dog a bath and then just pick it up and whipping it around your head till it's dry. I think that's how it goes.
Sure.
By its ear!
I'm starting to see why we didn't give you guys any pets.
I grew up in the country, man. I've never bathed a dog. It rains.
You all spent, like, the last year being animals.
And we learned nothing.
Not a thing.
I grew up in the country. That's how we wash a horse.
What in the world makes you think any of our characters bathed in the last year?
Well, I mean...
We've just
Brandon
had him here, and he's
licked
burned off of
himself a
us.
lot.
Yeah.
I think this acid counts.
Oh, 100%.
There is no bacteria on my skin.
This is deep cleansing shit.
I'm exfoliated as fuck.
Well,
So is Brandon.
yeah. I'm not quite insane enough to just try to run forward across spikes. So I'll take a step back off of the spiky things, go over a few feet, and then go forward again.
I've never felt so useful by comparison.
You just lay there in the acid and do whatever.
Gonna need a dex save.
Yeah, 10.
Alright, then you take the full 5 damage and add another boop, boop, boop. 4 rounds of being slowed.
Alright, I'm just slow forever at this point.
Alright, and Klaus.
All right, I don't know what to do. So I I decided to tap into my spellcaster mode, and I'm going to use a detect magic to see if I can figure out anything about the auras of what the hell I'm standing in.
I always forget you have some magical ability.
Okay, you see magic.
I always forget you have some useless magical ability.
For the first time ever on this podcast, that is not a drug euphemism, ladies and gentlemen. First and last time on this podcast, that is not a drug euphemism.
I always assumed that like magic's pretty visible in the D&D universe.
No,
Hell, it's
fireball. You don't see anything. You just feel the heat wash over you as your bones are stripped bare.
Oh, don't worry. There's also a smell associated with fireball, and it smells
Wow.
like burnt Norseman hair.
God, if magic was invisible, that would be so much scarier. Like
This man on the street just randomly has all of his flesh melt off.
oh.
All right, I'm looking at the spell description. Can I at least tell the school of magic?
Yes, you can tell the school of magic for the barrier is enchantment. However, you are unable to discern the school of magic on the shard itself.
Okay.
Do you know what school of magic reading a book in a forest with a weasel is?
Enchantment. Guys, this barrier is enchanted as fuck.
You think?
That's gonna be my turn, I guess. I will move to the space below Silas just in case Brandon and Bjork would have joined us in the enchanted square.
It's very considerate of you.
Yeah, well.
Brandon Thighmaster, roll me a death save.
Death save. 19.
All right, that's one success.
Cool.
For anybody who's listening and does not know how this works, because it has been a little while, death saves occur when a character is in the negatives and unstable. They will roll a death save. 3 successes stabilizes them, 3 failures kills them. Natural 1s count for 2, natural 20s count for 2 successes. So all of that goes out the window as soon as they receive any healing, though.
Still rapping, even when dead.
All right, Silas Kane.
All right. Well, I don't have any lay on hands left, but what I do have are 6 Drenchronome healing potions. So I'll grab one and I'll pour it down Brandon's throat.
All right.
That is not going to help my situation.
Yeah, those are super expired, man.
You know, sometimes you get expired milk, and sometimes you get something like, I don't know, like expired
Cheese. Oh.
expired bees.
You pop one and like try to pour it, and it's just a congealed mass inside.
All right, then shove it down his throat.
I guess you can rub your finger along the inside and like try to then rub that on his tongue.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh, tongue.
He likes being touched, I hear.
It's like, imagine a tube of Jell-O. So like there's not really a jamming it down his throat. You gotta like scoop some of it out and like smear or something.
Healing cottage cheese.
I'm okay with that. I will grab a finger full of it and I will shove it down his throat.
Well,
what the
that's
hell?
a sentence.
Come on, live, damn you.
Okay. You do not convulse and lose blood. But neither do you stabilize or gain hit points.
I think that's probably the best possible outcome.
He's looking a little better. We should try some more.
He didn't die. It must be working.
Bjorg.
All right, Bjorg actually does have at least one healing potion left. So I am going to take my action and feed that potion to Brandon.
Okay.
I told you, stop dying! What do I roll for that?
I believe a 5e default healing potion is 2d4.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, that's 10.
Wow, that's max.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. Be alive!
Brandon, you suddenly have 10 hit points and are stable
Hooray.
and awake.
And your mouth tastes like Silas's finger.
Let's say,
You did it, Silas.
why does my mouth taste of copper?
Well, Silas's finger was in your mouth. Didn't seem to help.
Oh, God.
You roll back into the acid.
You should probably drink some of that acid, Brandon.
I think I could gargle with it if I was quick enough. I don't know. I'll figure it out
Just
on my
switch it
turn.
around inside your mouth a little bit. It'll be fine.
All right. Bjorg, unless you would like to move anywhere on the platform.
I guess I'll move into the other space inside the thing.
Okay. Bendingo.
Yeah, so we're gonna try that whole move around and hopefully not trigger a fucking trap on the floor thing again.
It's just like that Simpsons episode where he keeps on stepping on rakes.
Kinda,
It
yeah.
really is. Roll me a save, man. At this point, it's the dead dove. I don't know what I was expecting.
12.
Yeah, you,
Take it all, baby.
9 damage.
Ow.
Is it?
And,
I love how it has not occurred to Fandango to turn into a bird.
And you're down another, you have another 2 rounds of slow.
Yeah. Oh,
Or just jump and eat, like, the 1 square of damage.
I mean, it occurred to turn into a bird. Just didn't.
Okay.
So if I do not still have any movement left. Well, I can do a dash, but if that's my movement, so I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds as a 2nd level spell
Okay.
on me. All right, 9 hit points back. I'm ready to rock.
Klaus.
I'm at a loss. I would like to hug the shard.
Your hands pass through it as it is still intangible. Do you have Knowledge Arcana?
No,
All right.
not trained.
Yeah, that one. That's one of the ones that needs to be trained. To
Yeah,
roll it.
yeah. I'm gonna stick around here and think of something clever.
Brandon Thighmaster, welcome back to the waking world.
Okay. I don't know why everybody else isn't getting off the platform. Hey guys, I'm getting off this platform. I'm going to jump back to the less dangerous side of the acid pit. So
All right.
Be careful, buddy. There's spikes
Acid?
on the floor. Oh yeah, that too.
And you have the fancy jumping thing, so
That's
I
right.
know you can make it over that. Yeah.
Okay, now that I'm over here, I guess I'm just going to sit down, be glad I'm not in the acid. I'm going to check my inventory for toothpaste. And I don't know, I think I'm just going to... I don't have any vigorous sports massage options left. I've already thought about this problem and come to know useful conclusions. But based on the new information of the... was I even aware of what Silas did? No, I don't suppose
You know,
I would have been.
Silas did something that caused the explosion of force energy.
I know it's somehow his fault. I don't know. I guess I'll meditate on it some more and roll myself a insight, perception.
Intelligence, I guess. Wait,
Intelligence.
is insight? Hang on, is insight intelligence based?
No, they're both
No,
wisdom.
Insight is wisdom
No,
based.
that's wisdom.
Yeah, I'd say if you've got insight trained, that seems like a reasonable
Oh, I don't have it
one
trained.
for. So then you're just trying to do straight wisdom.
I can do intelligence. Shall I just roll an intelligence?
Yeah, go ahead and throw an intelligence.
Okay. Particularly intelligent. 3.
That finger sure
Oh,
was
boy.
tasty.
You're a little concerned with just trying to think of how not to end up back in that acid. That's really dominating a lot of your thoughts.
I know what love is.
Yeah, it's difficult to get past. It's true.
All right, Silas. FYI, restringing your bow is an action. I just assume you have spare bowstrings, like I assume you have arrows.
Let's see here. Klaus detected magic. I'm going to try to dispel it.
Okay. Roll Dispel Magic.
Try to dispel the barrier. Choose one object, creature, or magical effect with its range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
All right. It fails.
Yeah.
Yes, casting that one was an action.
Oh, well, then I'll just spend the rest of my turn, wiping Brandon drool off my finger.
All right. Bjorg Bjornsson.
I have no idea what Bjorg can do at this point. There's not a lot that he could. I don't know. Looking at the object, could I roll like an intelligence check or something?
Sure.
All right, let's see what I get here. That's a 3.
Very
No
much
dice.
stuck on acid bad.
I know what love is.
How smash that which cannot be smashed.
Interesting philosophical conundrum. I cannot break this, yet it must be broken.
Can I taste your finger too?
How do you break the unbreakable? How? Unstoppable force meets immovable and intangible object. I am unstoppable force. This object sucks.
All right, Fendingo. Should I go ahead and roll the damage?
Nah, fuck it. I'll turn into a bird and fly over.
Okay.
You sure the spikes have got to run out eventually?
I agree, but you guys obviously are never going to figure this out without my help, so...
I think you should just jump straight up.
Well, I'm going to. We call that flying in the parrot world.
All right. I don't have your bird token handy, so I'm just going to put the wings on your guy and assume... there you go. You've got the 5 rounds of being a bird.
And... am I still slowed?
Yes. But you're slowed to bird speed.
Okay,
So I think your bird speed is
my bird speed is
substantially
60.
higher. Yeah, so you're down to 30.
Okay. Then I will fly 30 feet towards the guys, and I will hover there.
Okie dokie.
Actually, I'll not quite hover exactly there, because that's over the acid, and I'll hover right here, not over the acid.
Sensible.
Well...
Yeah, I think Brandon's on your side with that one. All right, Klaus.
All right. I've got no good ideas, but I'll try a bad one. I'm gonna use a mage hand to see if a magic force is able to interact with the shard or the barrier or whatever. Just grasping at straws here.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to do on my next turn, so I don't think you're, think you're grasping at straws at all.
You create the mage hand, and it kind of moves through. It does not interact with the shard at all, but it does kind of seem to press against the barrier, and you can kind of force it through a little bit, but since you cast it inside, it's kind of stuck in there with you. It definitely seems to be reacting to the barrier, but the shard remains intangible.
All right. With trying to push it out. Does it not move or break through the barrier?
No, the barrier seems to be holding steady. Roll me a intelligence check. And
Okay.
actually, Fandango, since you're watching this, grab a Knowledge Arcana.
All right.
19.
That's way better than the 10 I got on my Knowledge Arcana.
Yes, it is. But you are both able to intuit that, all right, if a magical hand can touch the barrier, then in theory, spells might be able to target the barrier.
Intriguing.
Indeed. If all forms of physical force have failed, perhaps magic. But
All right. I feel
that brings us to
smart.
Brandon Thighmaster.
Who doesn't have any magic?
Well,
Have you
friend-
seen those abs?
Well, come on, man. Friendship is magic.
Who doesn't have any magic?
Have you seen this party?
Good point. Yeah.
There's very little I can do here. I'll shout encouragement. Keep puzzling it out, guys. And don't go in the acid. There you go. That's the end of my turn.
Thanks, Coach.
No problem.
All right, Silas.
With confidence, I draw my sword and I bring it down onto the barrier with a divine smite.
Alrighty. Everybody who is currently on the platform, roll me dexterity saves.
I specifically said don't go in the acid.
You did.
I tell you what, that was my entire turn telling you not to go in the acid.
You get a +3 from me, Klaus. So I got a 12.
Great.
Y'all are aiming for a 15, FYI.
Well, that +3 gives me a 15.
Yes, it does.
Does my divine smite do anything?
Well, we'll get to that when Bjorg rolls his dex save.
All right, I need to roll my dex. Need to roll dex. Have we all been blasted off the platform again?
Well, probably, yeah.
Okay, let me just...
Dex save. You're aiming for a 15, and you get a +3 from being next to Silas. But you also
Alright.
are only rolling because of Silas, so, you know.
That's an 18 plus 3, 19 plus 21.
Okay. So, Klaus and Bjorg, you get half damage, and you're only pushed back 5 feet.
Which direction?
Oh, I'm getting to it. Boop. Boop.
Ah, damn it.
And Silas, you go 10 feet, and you take the full damage of 6 all around from the force of the wave that explodes out, knocking you all back. Bjorg and Klaus take half damage. I think probably Klaus takes none because you have evasion. But acid is another story.
Did my divine smite destroy it?
Nope. No visible change to the barrier whatsoever. But everybody takes 7 acid damage on impact.
Glorious!
Yay. Ah.
Guys,
Welcome back.
Guys, what are you doing? Squawk.
Yeah. So everybody got to see that time for sure that when Silas attacked the barrier, suddenly they were all rejected soundly.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
All right, so maybe if we try it again.
This is the scientific method in action, fellas.
Bjork.
That's
You
the
are
name
up.
of the episode right there.
Bjorg is going to climb back up out of the acid.
Roll me a strength or athletics, whatever you've got.
That's 21.
All right, you easily heft yourself back onto the platform.
How about we stop doing that?
I agree.
I love y'all's optimism.
Third time's the charm, guys.
Oh, I should just leave him in the acid.
I mean, I think he's the only person here with a teleportation spell.
That is true.
Bjorg, did you want to move anywhere on the platform?
Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the. Immediate barrier area.
Gotcha. All right. Fendingo. You are down to 4 bird rounds, and it is your turn.
All right. Can I try a knowledge arcana to see if I recognize this barrier or any of that?
Sure.
21.
You note that it is, although everyone can walk through it, it definitely does have a physical appearance, that of a crystalline box that's clear and kind of lets you see through so that you can see the shard inside. With that high of an arcana check, you know it is perceptible, or you know it is tangible to magic. And if you assume that the structure is not just an aesthetic choice, but, perhaps representational of whatever the material actually is, then you would assume perhaps it would have similar weaknesses.
Ooh.
All right, guys, we just need to hit it harder.
I can do that.
If you want to throw out an int roll, you've got enough that it can all be put together.
No, it can't, because I roll a 10.
Not with a 10. All right.
Hit it harder, but hit it on the corners.
That's what we needed, a second Silas Kane.
Oh, God.
I want to get you for that one. That's cold.
All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to say or do, Fandango?
No, I'm good. I feel like nothing's sticking up out of the floor to skewer me. I'm not over the acid. And I'm probably out of range if they do something terrible again. So
I mean, you just saw what happened when Silas whacked the thing. You guys were fine. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
But we have to open with Klaus taking 8 acid damage, and now having the opportunity to climb back out of the acid if he would like.
Fuck that. If I climb out, I'm only going to get shoved back in. The only thing I've done to any effect is, use my mage hand, which I can do from the other side of the acid pit. So I'm going to swim south. Can I move and climb out?
Yes, your move speed is halved while in the goo, but you do still have it.
Yeah,
but that's you have 15
near,
feet
yeah,
of
it's
movement,
5
so
feet.
you can easily.
Yeah. All right, athletics.
Athletics if you've got it, strength if you don't.
All right, strength if I don't. 7.
You are unable to escape the gooey grip of the ooze and remain there for another round.
Did I take my damage off?
I
don't think so.
know.
All right, you said 9 points?
8.
8? All right. All right, that puts me at 10.
All right. Boy, I did not expect this one to be the trap that got y'all. Brandon, you're up.
Okay, I don't actually know the full extent of Silas's abilities. I haven't been paying that much attention to him. I don't know if he's got any more teleports or anything, so I am going to do... Is that a decent thing? I don't know. I don't know if there is. I don't have time to explore the moral ramifications of trying to save Silas's life. But I will yank him out as best I'm
You
able.
could save so many more lives by not doing that.
This is a real Hitler baby question, that's true. We'll see.
Oh, Jesus.
Goddamn.
It is a strength or athletics, DC of 14, same as when they fished you out.
Athletics, 18.
You have done it.
Yay me. And I will say, if I have time to say anything, if only there was some way to shatter this barrier. And that'll be as much as I contribute to the ongoing intelligence discussion.
Hey, at least you got there. All right, Silas Kane.
Well, since I'm out, I will start restringing my bow.
All right, you can take an action and restring your bow.
Thanks for pulling me out,
Bjorn.
Brandon. I can reload faster now.
Time to kill Bjork.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel somewhat responsible for what's about to happen.
Pure, roll me a perception check.
All right. Let me see. That's 21. Rolling good tonight.
You see Silas restringing his bow.
Okay, can Bjorg try to jump over the acid?
Yeah, with your strength and a running start, you don't have to roll anything.
Okay, Bjorg is going to jump over the acid to the other side here.
Okay. We'll just assume you took a 5-footer back and did the run.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely clear it. So you are on the other side of the acid.
All right. Bjorg is going to just stand there and stare and go, "This is a bad idea." But at least none of us are on the platform anymore.
Well, you say that, but we still have a few turns to go. Speaking of, Fandango.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Fandango's gonna fly over to right in front of where Klaus is flailing and turn back into a half-elf and kind of reach down to try and help Klaus climb out when it's his turn.
Yeah, we will give. We'll do the advantage like Bjorg offered by being scaffolding. And speaking of, Klaus, it is your turn, and you have advantage this time because Fandango is reaching in to help you. But you also take 9 damage from acid.
Alright, I'm down to 1. Gotta make this one count.
Oh boy!
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, let's not fuck this up, bud.
Are we going to put Klaus in Silas's
That's
body again?
My specialty. Natural 20!
Hey!
The sudden acid damage, like really eating close to his organs, spurs Klaus with
My member!
with a sudden like burst of power. He doesn't even need Fandango. He literally runs out like a cartoon character.
Dude, if you could do that the whole time, what'd you fucking fall in the acid in the first place for? Jesus, thieves are weird.
I am clean.
That's not what the smell says.
You smell like sulfur.
I love that it came down to 1 hit point. Woo.
That is so the Authors and Dragons way.
It truly is. The dice are just with us on that one. Brandon Thighmaster.
I'm going to take 5 foot away from Silas. And then just watch with, I guess, quiet resignation as he does whatever he's going to fucking do. And that will be my turn.
Silas Kane.
Well, I wouldn't want to disappoint Brandon, so I fire 2 arrows with a, let's see here.
Motherfucker, that thing is intangible and I'm on the other side of it.
Relax. Alright, I will do a 2nd level smite into it.
Relax.
Yeah.
It'll only hurt for a minute. Oh, jeez.
Death is not fun.
Can attest to that.
Arrow.
Klaus, you have a vested interest in this not sucking, because every healing spell I spend on me does not get spent on you.
All right.
So
What the hell am I supposed to do?
So a 31.
Okay, roll me damage.
Throw your weasel at him, I don't know.
And so 11 piercing and 12 radiant.
Okay, so that's 23.
Yep.
All right, Fandango, 23 damage.
Oh, Jesus.
As Silas shoots clean through that thing and just plows an arrow into Fandango.
Yeah, relax, Fandango.
It didn't work quite as I expected. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Worked out exactly as I expected, you dwarven wannabe ass clown.
I assumed a 31 broke your AC, Fandango. I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
It broke my AC so hard I can't even find the point of that fucking arrow.
You know, Fandango, words hurt. Probably not as much as that arrow, but...
Not as much as the fucking firebolt I'm gonna put in your butt next time I find you sleeping. Jorg,
But now y'all have learned that it's fully intangible when no one's near it. So, a little more information.
All right, somebody climb up there and I'll shoot it again.
How about stop doing that?
I'm with the big guy.
It's not working.
One of us is learning things, the other is just complaining.
No, one of us is shooting our friends.
That!
He lived!
Well, Bjorg, it is your turn.
Bjorg is going to... Oh, God, I don't know what else he could do at this point. There's not really much for him to do. I guess he could try another intelligence check.
I guess you'll have seen enough new information that you can try and put something new together.
Okay.
Yeah, like, there has been much experimentation going on.
You're welcome.
It's all been awful.
That's a 5.
But Bjorg has been a little busy trying to fish people out of the acid for most of the scientific part.
True.
Oh, my head hurts.
Bjorg is just staring at the barrier really intently, and like his eyes are getting kind of bloodshot, and there's a vein in his neck. Just like, maybe if I look at it really hard.
Shooting Fandango bad?
If you were smarter, you'd understand my brilliance.
Fendingo.
You're not a dwarf!
Before Fandango goes, I'd like to recommend that perhaps we both use a mage hand and see if that does anything.
Fendingo, roll me an insight.
That's a 10.
Boy, Brandon said something that you're like, oh, that seemed like insightful, but I can't remember what it was.
You know what I feel a lot of insight about? Arrows. I have a lot of arrow insight right now.
Arrow sight?
Yeah.
A lot of arrows in you.
At least it wasn't one of the invisible arrows of Tor. Excuse me.
I think that would have been way preferable.
Yeah.
Actually.
What god? What god? Huh? The one whose name you can't say?
All right. Guys, I got an idea, but it's going to take me a minute to pull it off, and I really, really need no one to hit the fucking barrier until I finish. Can we do that?
Are you going to jack off?
No shooting, Silas.
Like, not hit it, like, with an attack, or not push it, or...
Don't fuck with it when I stand next to it so that you don't
Oh, you're going to
kill
go
me
stand next to it?
eventually.
Oh boy, is this how Fendingo dies.
First, it's how Fendingo casts Cure Wounds on himself.
Alright, roll it up.
Got back 6, so I'm not as likely to die horribly. And it's 10 feet across, so if I take a running jump, I can get there, right?
What's your strength?
12.
Yeah. Give you the benefit of the roundup.
I'm going to jump over here. Don't hit the barrier.
Even I'm tempted now.
Hit the barrier.
And do any of you bastards have healing potions left?
I have a bunch of Gentronome ones.
I've got 7 Gentronome potions.
I'm good on Gentronome healing potions. Let's not do that.
I have another one.
All right, good.
Alright, well, now we go to the round of, I guess everyone has a chance to murder Fandango. Klaus, you're up first.
Alright.
Just yes or no?
No. Alright, I have used a mage hand on this barrier, and it did not do horrible things. So, but I used it from the inside. This time I'd like to do it from the outside. And see what happens when I try to push the barrier from the outside.
Slowly and gently.
Yes, of course.
Okay, you can cast Mage Hand and gently press the barrier, killing Fandango. No, as with the inside, the gentle presses, just like when you all were kind of just walking through it, they don't really seem to cause anything. The hand is unable to break through the magical barrier, but the magical hand is stopped. It does interpret the barrier as tangible.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in my back pocket, and we'll see what Fandango comes up with.
All right, Brandon Thighmaster.
Yeah, Brandon will watch with interest to see what Fandango does.
All right, will he kill his second of his party members, Silas Kane?
No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to save my party members. So I'm going to take
God.
my remaining
Oh, no.
5 Gentronome potions, and I'm going to start mixing them together in the hope of making at least one good potion.
So I guess you're just like running your finger through and like scooping out the residue and like jamming it into
Another one.
tube.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You will attempt to jam the congealed masses of 5 into 1.
That's like the least harmful thing I think Silas has ever done.
Yeah, truly.
Still wish I'd used my turn to move further away.
Let's see how it turns out before we make that judgment call.
All right. Bjorg.
Bjorg is just gonna hold clear, because
I mean, Fandango's hit you with a
We're gonna
lot of
let Fandango
fireballs.
do
This
his
is your
thing.
chance to end it.
no, he's the only one who can heal me.
All right. Fandango, you're up.
All right, first I want to move outside. I'm currently inside the barrier, right?
Yes.
All right. Can I pass through the barrier?
Yep. It is as intangible for you as for everyone else.
Hey, Klaus, when you made your mage hand, when you were inside the barrier, did you try to pick up the shard?
I don't.
He did.
Okay.
Because I
Yeah,
specifically
right.
gave
I
you that.
thought I did, but yeah.
The shard remained intangible even to your mage hand. The barrier was reactive, but but the shard remained untouchable.
Okay. I want to cast Mage Hand from inside and try to treat the barrier like it's a glass box. And I want to see if I can pick the thing up.
You are unable to move the box, whether that is because it can't be moved or because Mage Hand does not have sufficient lifting power is undeterminable.
Yeah, that's why I was saying we should do this together to see if like it has like it weighs more than like 10 magic pounds or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that's my next plan because I've also still got a glove that lets me cast Mage Hand once a day. So I can have 2 Mage Hands and you can have 1.
Yeah.
And we can try that. We can try it that way. But I think that's too much shit for
Yeah.
one turn.
How long does Mage Hand last? Let me look at that.
I mean, it's a cantrip, so we can cast it as many.
I know. All right,
It
no, it
lasts
lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah, it lasts for a minute.
So, yeah, mine can still be going. We could be trying whatever you want right now.
Yeah, let's try that. Because I've got my glove that makes Mage Hand, and I've got a Mage Hand. So we can use 3 hands, and maybe the
Is Mage
box-
Hand not a concentration thing?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mage Hand's pretty fucking cool.
Or if you cast this spell again. There we go. Okay, so Bob, you don't have one inside right now. You cast it again on the outside.
Oh, that's true. All
That's
right.
why I was like, I didn't think you could have multiple of these running at once.
Oh, no.
But you could still try and like wedge your fingers on mage fingers under it from the outside, while I use my glove
Or,
and
I mean-
my spell to try it from the inside.
Or whatever. We can, if nobody else is doing anything, we just keep experimenting with shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
All right, Klaus. Well, it is your turn.
Yeah, then I'll cast one on the inside.
Okay, you have cast a Mage Hand on the inside, and you can add its lifting force to Fandango's, but there is no change.
Ah, well, shit.
For folks at home, a reminder, each Mage Hand is capable of lifting a maximum of 10 pounds.
When Silas smacked the thing with magic and blew y'all off into the acid, were you inside the barrier or outside?
Both.
I was inside.
The
Okay.
first time, several people were outside. The second time, everyone was inside.
Okay, so I'm not
It's
going
been
to
a
try
few
that.
weeks. I'm just going to give you all that.
So I'm going to not try that. All right.
Brandon Thighmaster, you can get more overt if you want.
Yeah, it's funny because it's magic. It could look like anything, but they've chose to make it look like crystal. I wonder if that's significant in any way.
It would be if y'all had let me take a long rest and get all my spells back.
What could you do with Crystal?
I mean, at this point, I think y'all have to take a long rest. Y'all's health is in the fucking toilet.
Brandon Firemaster says that and then just immediately goes to sleep.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon.
If we're willing to take a nap.
Good night.
Silas K.
I've got 1 hit point. I am very willing to take a nap.
Oh God, he's unconscious again. Dip my finger into my concoction and shove it in his mouth again.
Said I'm willing. I didn't say I did it yet.
Do I get a chance to react to that?
Yeah. I mean, you did say you went to sleep. I guess that is a pretty quick drop into unconsciousness. Yeah. You can,
Just smack his hand away like a bad toddler.
Oh, I was worried about you for a second there.
Yeah, I've been worried about you, man. Go over there.
All right. Well, I'll sit down next to him. I have other Gentrodome spells I can mix in with this concoction to try to make a super potion.
all right, Bjorg.
Oh boy. Let me see here. The barrier hasn't blown up, right?
Not
Nope.
since Silas last attacked it.
Okay. Hey, again, there's not much for Bjork to do, so he'll wait patiently on the shore in case he has to pull anyone out.
All right. Fendingo.
I'm going to get a running start and jump off this platform so that when I take my long rest and roll over in my sleep, I won't roll into the acid.
Probably a wise move. Especially because you just know that somehow Silas is going to shoot Sleep an arrow.
Yeah. So I can get 5 feet away from the edge and just sack out.
Yeah, so let's all sleep next to the giant pool of acid.
All right, Klaus.
I'm less worried about the acid than sleeping with you still awake.
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I mean, we sleep next to Klaus all the time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away and curl up and go to sleep.
All right, Brandon Time Master.
I gotta say, Silas, you stay on your side of the acid pit. I'm gonna go to sleep. Don't touch me. I don't want your concoction anywhere near my lips.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
All right, and as that brings us back to the top of the initiative, and it looks like folks are going to be heading down for a long rest, I think that's a good time to pause the game for this week and throw on over to the questions. Now, while Joe has been running the Facebook live blog while we've been playing, before we get to those questions, we jump ahead to the Discord questions, the folks who ask them associated with the Patreon. Patreon.com/AuthorsAndDragons. So, Rick, what do we got on the Discord tonight?
Well, we have a couple of shout-outs to start us out. Our friend Lamplighter says, since this episode will come out on her birthday, could she get a birthday fuck you?
Fuck your birthday!
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck your birthday.
Birthday, fuck you.
Happy birthday, fuck you.
Happy birthday,
That might be
fuck
crossing
you.
some copyright lines there.
No, not anymore. That shit's open now.
Oh, it
Public
is?
domain.
Awesome.
Yep.
Last few
Yeah,
years,
that-
that finally
Also,
Lost.
I don't think those are the lyrics.
no, the
Well,
tune.
well, that's the case. Well, happy birthday,
Pretty
fuck you. Happy birthday, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when we shift it to fuck you, we're protected by parody.
I don't know. They were super litigious.
Yeah.
That's okay. They super lost, so fuck them.
Like,
Yeah,
we
fuck 'em hard.
know what you meant. All right, and our friend Jono Wilson asks if he can get a fuck you because he keeps forgetting he's a Discord member.
Fuck your
fuck
forgetful
off, man.
ass.
Fuck you!
Fuck you. I think I might have forgotten.
Possibly fuck you.
All right. Well, now that we've told our listeners to go fuck themselves. All right, our friend Zach of All Trades asked for about the 14th week in a row, and I'm getting tired of seeing this. I'm just assuming that he's had a hot date that he's been waiting to go on, and keeps putting it off until we can give advice. Our friend Zach of All Trades asks, "Got any fun date ideas?"
Authors and Dragons Marathon?
Yeah. A&D Con 2022.
Nothing says sex like A&D Con 2022.
I mean, we're going to say fuck you to a whole lot of people.
you get a free vial of Jorcer's special sauce, which is that amps up any date.
Oh God.
It amps any date in one direction or another, up or down. We'll say that much.
Yeah, I mean, if you find somebody who's super into Jorcer fluid, then you hang on to that person.
Or you get a very, very aggressive restraining order.
Find out what the other... So, like, on a serious advice thing, find out what they're into and build something creative around it.
I guess I will say cooking is usually a pretty good one. Everybody eats. Being good at it is generally a positive trait, regardless of your gender. Because it's just the ability to take care of yourself and a partner. So
I gotta say Burger King.
And it's cheaper than taking someone out to dinner.
Well, not if you got a Burger King.
Not wrong.
Look,
somebody's
if
getting
you hit it off,
2 Whoppers tonight.
If you hit it off, she won't care. And there you go. Cheap date. Then if it works out, you can take her somewhere nicer next time. Otherwise, if it doesn't work out, you still had Burger King.
And you're only out $20 for the two of you, so.
I see. So like that's the test. You take her out to Burger King and see if she judges you or not, and if she doesn't.
No, I'm just saying, like, if there's magic there, magic can happen at Burger King.
I'm just imagining, like, trying to have a serious, like, getting to know you conversation, and behind your partner's head, the Burger King is just occasionally, like, leering into view.
That is a bonus. I didn't even consider that.
Drew, you are a true.
But all right, like if Winona Ryder asked 10-year-old me to Burger King, whoa, awesome.
Why is Winona Ryder a pedophile in this scenario? When Winona Ryder abducts me, I hope she takes me to Burger King.
Here, Winona, put on this Burger King mask. It's the only way I can get hard.
Oh.
Wow.
That
feels more like 10-year-old Bevan is the aggressor in that scenario.
Yeah, you flipped the script on that one. She thinks she's kidnapped a child, but Eddie just whips out the Burger King head. So, oh no. This thrill has just gone into the third act. Oh, I'm right now.
Who is the predator indeed?
I got nothing that can follow that.
I didn't have any date ideas, but now I do.
Yeah, all of them involve Burger King and...
Oh, God damn it, I just choked on my beer.
All our date ideas now involve BDSM gear and Burger King.
And being kidnapped by Winona Ryder.
Is this going to become a thing with the podcast where like we just like buy each other Burger King?
Well, that sounds good to me.
I hope so.
It's not the worst habit.
I mean, there are worse things.
I mean, it's better than what we usually try to feed Steve.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
God, I hope one of us wakes up screaming tonight. You're like, Winona Ryder in a Burger King mask kidnapped 10-year-old me. But it was somehow a turn on.
Not a mask. I mean, it's just Winona Ryder. The crown, yes.
Oh, but what if, the Burger King takes off his big comedy head and it's Winona Ryder?
Oh, no.
You thought you got away from her when you were 10, but now she's back.
I've been having that dream since then.
Yeah.
We should probably move on to another question.
Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of middle-aged dudes thinking about Winona Ryder. And that's the podcast.
All right. Well, okay.
Same
Well,
for a
Zach,
side
that'll teach you to ask the same question over and over again. Anyway, our friend Aaron Titty asks the comparatively innocuous question of, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
God, did we have a whole podcast fight about this?
Come on, Steve. Say nothing.
We did do a whole podcast on this, but there's another question from Zach of All Trades that says, Steve, any plans to bring the salmon moose ring to other holidays besides Christmas? To which I say yes. I think there is not enough salmon moose ring availability throughout the year, so I suggest Nay, I demand that Thanksgiving make room for the salmon moose ring on its bountiful table.
The what the fucking
What the
what?
fuck is this?
We've
What's
discussed
the
this in
salmon
the
moose
podcast.
ring?
I'm not revisiting old podcasts.
Joe and I are gonna prove that it was a side quest because neither of us have a goddamn idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it was definitely a side quest.
It was definitely a side quest, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
full-on battle.
Basically, it's salmon in its most condensed form, in a handy ring shape.
Okay, I'm looking
Is
this
that
up.
Is
What?
that moose with a U?
What?
Like,
No, it's when a salmon
Yeah.
fucks a moose.
I thought it was like a cock ring for a moose made out of fish.
I mean, you laugh,
seemed
Bevan, but
weird.
that sounds like you crossbreed a moose
in
and
a
a salmon.
Burger King
I
mask, hands you a salmon and says,
No!
and says, you know what to do to this moose.
Anyway, I like cornbread dressing.
I can only ejaculate so many times.
And that's how you make salmon moose.
No!
It's not how you make cornbread
God
dressing.
damn it!
Mine's leftover turkey.
My sister's mac and cheese.
Yeah, after Thanksgiving, turkey soup is just the best.
I was going with sandwiches, but yeah, that's good too.
I'm a big fan of of a well cooked turkey, and oh man, I really love like stuffed mashed potatoes.
Mm.
You know, I was going to think of something. I'm going to think of two things that I might try this year. Rather than having an ice cream sundae, you get the ice cream sundae glass, but it's just salmon moose ring, sort of compressed into the glass with some cream cheese. But then I thought what Joe said is like, yeah, maybe just do that with the Thanksgiving dinner as well. So maybe just a couple of sundae glasses just mashed with delicious food.
Just a salmon fillet glazed with moose cum.
No,
Okay.
how are you going to get that at this time of year?
Yeah. And it's called moose jaculate. God, Bevan.
It's just-
I mean, I can jerk off a moose any time of year.
If you can get close to
I mean,
it.
my first thought on that was, wait, can you? Do mooses hibernate?
No, you want to
No.
wait till
No.
they're sedate at least.
And
definitely
I
do
dare
not.
say if you survive, you're probably thankful.
When they see me coming, they know what's in store. So yes, anytime of year.
No, what the?
Yeah.
But now I'm picturing what's the guy who like lived among the bears for a while, but it's Bob and the moose love him because he's the jerk off guy.
Grizzly Adams? I don't think he was jerking off the bears.
Bob,
maybe
like,
that's why
walking
he
back
died.
through a forest, a pack of wolves attacks him. All of a sudden, dozens of moose come flying out. Not this one, motherfuckers.
That's our cock monkey.
It's the dick giver.
And if
You don't touch those hands!
And if y'all buy enough tickets to the Shingles movie, we might write some of this bullshit.
Oh, you buy enough tickets, we might live some of this bullshit.
Yeah, really.
We ain't
There's definitely
printing
enough cocaine
tickets
to make
for
Bob
that.
jack off a moose.
Yeah, some of us have retirement
That-
plans.
8 tickets.
And you jack off the moose and you get the real giving tree.
Oh, God.
The giving would, certainly.
Oh, let's branch off to a. All right, so let's move on over to the Facebook. Joe, what have we got over there? Any fun questions from our folks?
No, it all sucks. No, I'm kidding.
All right, well,
Our friend Fuck You Mark says, what is the one Thanksgiving dish that you absolutely avoid if it's on
sweet
the
potatoes.
Broccoli casserole.
Moose cum.
Fucking
Also
hate sweet
moose
potatoes.
Never even had moose coming. I don't want it.
I don't like cranberry sauce.
What the fuck?
It just doesn't do it for
That's
me.
okay. I'll eat yours.
Thanksgiving is like, for me, Thanksgiving is largely a savory meal, and so the sweet stuff is for dessert, and that's You do dessert separate
I
from
like
dinner.
a little bit of the cranberry sauce, not on its own, but like as a component in a bite. When you've got like turkey and you got some stuffing and some gravy, that's a lot of savory. Like a little sweet, and that tart can kind of zhuzh it up. It's a nice
fair.
addition, but no, I'm definitely not going to eat cranberry sauce like on its own.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cranberry sauce, but I'm not going to avoid it like the plague. But I'm with Drew. I do not understand the appeal at all of sweet potatoes.
I like sweet potatoes. I can't think of an actual like non-moose cum Thanksgiving food that I don't like.
God, we are never going over to your place for Thanksgiving.
He said he's going to avoid the moose cum. He just keeps.
Because I
Well,
like
if-
food and I don't like
If he's
moose cum.
avoiding it, it means
Well,
I
if
serve
you
us
don't have
extra.
moose cum, I have no business here.
He specifically keeps the moose cum for guests.
Well, that's polite. That's sweet.
Father, are we going to serve them the special moose pudding?
It's chocolate mousse.
Oh,
That's not the cum.
yeah, definitely vanilla.
Is there another Facebook question?
Okay. Yeah, we got plenty. Oh fuck. There's a lot of Thanksgiving questions. Okay. All right, our friend Nelson asks, what drink do you use to get through the upcoming family times?
Cold and refreshing Bud Light.
I love a homemade eggnog, but I will also drink the store-bought stuff in a pinch.
Yeah, eggnog is the shit. I love a good eggnog.
I don't really drink much at the
In fact, I'm going
holidays.
to have some tonight.
My mom was a teetotaler, so there was never booze at my parents' house. So it just wasn't part of the holiday tradition. So that's not to say I don't curl up around a bottle of tequila when I get home. But not much at the actual events. That's what gummies are for.
All I know is if we have eggnog, a bottle of eggnog in the fridge, I'm taking the Sharpie and I'm just writing moose cum on it.
Every year I say I'm going to try eggnog, and I never do. But now you've kind of given me an excuse not to. So
I'm gonna make some for Authors and Dragons 2022.
well, I'm not going to trust anything white and creamy you give me, Bevan.
No, that's all part of the fun.
It's okay, Steve. It's tartar sauce, I swear.
I could drink a jug of tartar sauce. Yeah, that'll be my holiday drink. Nice warm mug of tartar sauce.
That's a great way to get through things with the family, because honestly, if I see someone in my family pour a glass of tartar sauce and drink it, I'm going to give them some fucking space.
Because they're clearly going through
Yeah,
something.
I don't know what's going on, but you know what? If they want to talk, they'll talk. Right now, they're in tartar sauce town.
I've got my entire dinner shoved into a sundae glass and a chaser of tartar sauce. It's efficiency.
I would also give a wide berth to anyone drinking something they poured out of a bottle labeled moose cum.
Well, that's understandable.
So,
Where's your Thanksgiving spirit?
Maybe a question that doesn't have to do with eating or drinking something.
All right, our friend Crystal asks, is it okay to decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving?
I mean,
don't give a shit.
One step ahead of you. Yes.
it's your home. You can decorate for Christmas whenever you goddamn well please. At least
I don't give a
inside.
shit.
Yeah, I do it just in the hopes that I'll piss off the HOA.
I will start putting up like wintry, Christmassy themed stuff when the weather changes, but I don't get a tree until after Thanksgiving, and the only like reason for that is because I like to get a tree a little later so that it's less likely to be dead and dried out come Christmas time.
Oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
saying, normally I'd have an opinion, but everything is so miserable right now. I'd say do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, chase your bliss.
I put my stuff up early because I only want to make one trip up to the attic, and so I want to get my Christmas shit down at the same time that I'm putting my Halloween shit up.
That's efficient.
Yeah, I'm normally kind of like hold off till December just so you can kind of like get the extra condensed Christmassiness of it all. But I don't know. Last time I did that, and it just didn't feel like enough Christmas. So, go nuts. The dark season has come in. It's time to start joviating things. To hold off the shadows.
100% agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. Oh boy. Okay, our friend Matthew asks, Judge Hungry invites your characters, Bunford and Gunther, Miss Hungry insisted, to Life Day dinner. What gifts do you bring? What gifts do the Hungry family give in return? Oh boy.
Isn't Life Day some Star Wars shit?
Judge Hungry brings a copyright suit.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hungry brings a cease and
Alright, we'll cut
desist
that
letter.
I bring a baby Wookiee.
I mean, I think Judge Hungry would bring his famous kobold mince pie.
Oh no.
Fandingo would bring the rock, baby. The entertainment is here.
Bjorg would bring a large haunch of some unidentified animal that he killed, and he legitimately wouldn't be able to tell you what it is.
Silas would bring a sermon about why Life Day is sinful.
Would Brandon bring a foot to Silas's ass?
No, probably doesn't care if Life Day is simple. He would bring like a condensed glass of fish. So I'm with Brandon on that one.
Damn it. God damn it.
Jesus fuck.
The fucking fish moose.
God, which means we know what Klaus is bringing.
I already said I'm bringing a baby Wookiee.
Who's baby Wookiee? Never mind, let's not get pulling a Winona Ryder there.
What?
Wow.
Let's go to Burger King.
I don't want to go to Burger King anymore. I don't want to see the king.
I do, more than ever.
I don't want to see what he does to the moose.
Oh man, I have to go to bed straight after this podcast. I'm gonna have some fucking weird dreams.
Okay, this is kind of a wholesome question, but our friend Devin asks, you guys get
Do
asked
your worst.
You guys get asked a lot about controversial stuff in your books, but a kind of curious wholesome question. What are you guys engaged in to help out with your communities this holiday season?
I'm not going outside.
I gotta give my community a break. A well-deserved Christmas break. No, we do some stuff at work. We've got we kind of do a clothing drive and some general charity stuff. So I don't know, nothing directly. Yeah, I'm always really fucking self-conscious about actually going and helping out with anything, but I suppose I should do. I'm too socially awkward to do good.
I donated a lot to the local food bank, and actually that's a thing that I have been told is that if you want to help out with a food bank, rather than donating food, give them money, because like then they can buy what they know they need.
Yeah. So don't drop off cartons and cartons of Twinkies.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Got it. I'll just eat those.
All right, so it depends what your definition of community is. I mean, if we're talking about my neighborhood, not really. But if you're talking about like communities, in Team Twat Waffle, my Facebook group, this time of year we run a program called Twats Helping Twats, where people can sign up anonymously if they're having a bad year, and we try to help them out. We try to make sure that they get a nice Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner. Because the holidays are tough enough. I mean, the least we can do is make sure everybody has a decent meal to sit down to.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm writing more shingles. So, it's not directly helping my immediate community, but the world in general is a better place.
That's true.
I like to do the thing where you pick a couple of oh god, I can't think of it, like tags off of a local community charity tree, and you get the toys for the kids that they are wanting, and then you bring it back wrapped, and they bring it out to the kids on Christmas morning.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I always think like that's always a good use.
I usually just give a little bit of money to Rick's charity.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Authors and Dragons. We will be back in next week with a side quest, and then again in 2 weeks with another episode of the game. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, friends.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Damn it, stop dying!